Hello, everybody. Oh, I got the wrong place here. Hang on. Oh, Facebook, please make this easier. There we go. Now it looks better. Okay, let me get my phone going so I can see comments while you guys come in. How is everybody today? Hey, Virginia and Madeline. There's Carol. Thank you guys for being here. I hope you're well. Who else is here? Let me know as you come in. Hey, Fredna. Good afternoon. There's Catherine. Hello, hello. Happy Friday. How are you doing? I love all the exclamation marks and what are those things called? Megaphones. I like that. That's cute. Okay, but this just a very casual live I'm doing today. I need to make, if you've been following me, I've been really trying to get caught up on getting our outdoor um, ready for spring and summer. And I've got the front porch almost done. I'm waiting on, I've got a few more things, and I need to make one more arrangement for that. And then we've got a covered porch, and I need some baskets made up for that. And I've started on one of them. I thought, well, before I get this second one going, I'm going to go ahead and go live and show you. Hey, Thana. Emojis. Yes. I couldn't think of that word, Fredna. Thank you. I just got brain fog. It seems like really bad here lately. But anyway, I like to mix real flowers in with fake flowers, and I'll take you on a tour when I get my front porch, well, and maybe the back porch too, done. I'll show you what I mean. But you know, artificial flowers have come so far back from back when I was a kid. I mean, used to you can spot them a mile away, but nowadays they're so much more realistic looking. I mean, look at this ivy. I mean, that looks so realistic. And if you're on my email list, which you should be if you're not, and you can get on that by going to my homepage and my bio and get on our email list. But side note, um, but anyway, a few weeks ago, I told you how I caught my husband for 2 days. He was watering my fake plants, and then my granddaughter, my oldest granddaughter, she was doing the same thing. That just tells you how realistic they can look. Um, on our back porch is covered. There's a lot of shade, and we've got a golf course like right behind our house. And so what my goal is to make some florals in those baskets that just pop. I have a lot of color, a lot of vibrant colors. So, and I think I hit that with these. These are Hobby Lobby geraniums, and I went back and got some more today, but they're on 40% off right now. But I got these, and then if I was making this to sell, or if I was making it for somebody, I would use probably something else. But the only thing I could find that I really didn't care if I used or not was this to put in with it. I wanted some pink and yellow. So I've got this. This doesn't look realistic, but it does give me that pop of yellow. And like I said, it's just for our home, so I really, you know, that's fine. And they hang up pretty high, so it's not like somebody can inspect them. I just wanted to be sure that it was something that somebody could see as they're driving by, either on the cart path or on the golf course, to kind of brighten up our back. My husband's always saying, we need to get some color back there. So we're doing it this year. But I've got these, and then I've just got these These are plastic. They are, on the other hand, are not realistic looking. They're just some leather fern that looked better when I ordered it than what it looks like in person. But so I'm going to use that. I'm not going to use that in something I make for somebody. Um, and then I wanted to add a little bit of this ivy too, like I said, and that have that kind of drape over the edge. And as I said, that looks so realistic. It really does. And this actually it's a bush I got from Hobby Lobby. Well, this is it. This is not the same one. Actually, you know what? I think I got this from Joann's. This one's a little bit different. You can see the green's just a little bit lighter, but this is Hobby Lobby. It's a little lighter and a little smaller leaf, but that's okay. We're going to work with it. So, hey, Jamie. Hey, Deborah and Diane. Thank you guys for being here. And there's Alma. Oh, I'm glad you caught me live too, Thana. I'm so glad you're here. So, how is everybody? Hey, Vanita. How is everybody today? Are you glad it's Friday? Seems like since I've retired, every day's all the same. So I really couldn't tell you what day I have, what day it is, and it's hard for me to stay on track. Do you guys find that too if you're retired? All right, so I'm going to go ahead and put this in there first. And like I said, this is not like a formal kind of arrangement or anything like that. I just wanted something that had a lot of bold color. And I already did. This is just one of those, whoops, poured out my moss. This is just one of those, what are they, mossy baskets, just the liner that goes in those. And I've already put foam and some Spanish moss on it. I'm telling you, the brain fog, terrible. I'm going to blame it on COVID. Anybody else have that after COVID? I don't know if it's COVID or if it's just me. But I'm not denying that I have it. So what are you guys up to today? Is anybody working while you're watching here? I used to do that a lot. And does anybody else use artificial flowers in their outdoor decor? Let me know in the comments if you do. Like I said, I like to mix it. And it's a lot easier. They don't look bad after you haven't watered them for a while. And if I go out of town, that's always one of my worries that my husband will remember. He usually remembers like the day that I come back. That's when he remembers to water them. But I'm just putting this just to have a little bit of green here. And then we'll come in with the geraniums. And I do go ahead and give everything a bend just like I do if I was making this for, to sell. Hey, Georgia. Oh, you watched the Patriotic Centerpiece, Georgia? Thank you. Thank you. Yes, you'll have to share it with us once you do it. I'm excited. I always like to see what people make with our, after watching my videos, and it's, even myself, I cannot duplicate my own designs, and everybody has their own spin on it, their own touch, and it's always fun for me to watch to see what people make after watching the videos. But thank you for letting me know that. Thank you for watching. Yes, I remember the one. If I'm thinking of the one, was it in a bucket, a metal bucket? Hey, Robert. Thank you for being here from Las Vegas. What's the weather like out in Las Vegas right now? I've never been there, but my husband retires a little over a month from now, and we're going to travel some. He's been there. I have not. I want to go there at least once to see it. Okay, so I just, like I said, I just put a little bit of green there just to give a little bit of fill. These geraniums, actually their leaves are pretty nice. And so I usually will just leave these on for some of, to fill. I did have to iron out a few of them. I see one I missed. Get the tag off. But like I said, this is a Hobby Lobby bush. Okay, so that's the one I was thinking of, Georgia. A caveat though, if I don't know if you're a seller, if you're making it for yourself, but I did not think about how big it was whenever I was making it as it relates to shipping. And whenever I sold it, of course, and I really should have charged more because the shipping killed me. It was pretty big. But I can't wait to see what you come up with. All right, I'm just going to cut all these. Initially, I started out that one with just one bush. Actually, no, I had 1.5 bushes. And then I realized I needed a little bit more. So this is actually going to be 2 bushes. I had to run to Hobby Lobby and get another one because I just had just the one for this container. And let's see. There's the middle that has the 3 stems. I just leave that all together. Kind of fluff it out a little bit. And let's try to make it look a little bit more natural. And this one's going to go right in the middle because it's the tallest one. But just have fun with them. I like to, if I'm always stressing that. If you're not having fun, it really does show in your designs. This one leaf I missed. I've just got my flat iron here. And we're just going to iron that out straight. If you do this, you can't just set it on there and leave it. You got to do it pretty quickly. And I don't have it on a real high temperature. Okay. Well, this one's all wadded up too. Like I said, these are going to be up high where people probably won't be able to see this, but I do. So straighten some of them out. Doesn't have to be perfect, but hey Pamela, how are you? And Liz. And there's Frida. We're expecting 96 today. Oh goodness. It's only like 72 here, Robert. It's perfect here today. Hey, Ethel May. You're in the sun, 29 degrees. And you're working outside. Ethel May, she's up in Canada. It's 29 degrees for her today. How have you been? All right, so I'm just going to start placing these around, just kind of random. Like I said, I want them to look relatively realistic. Bring some, kind of let them drape over the edge there. I should have put that leaf down toward the bottom. If I go on one side, then I come over opposite the other. Let me know in the comments if you use artificial flowers in your outside decor. Let me know. I know I'm not the only one. It really is a lifesaver. Especially if you have a husband that doesn't care if he waters your plants or not when you're gone. Okay, we'll come back on the other side. Hey, Christine from England. Wow. What's the weather like there? Welcome. What's the weather like in England right now? It's another place we're going to be visiting. Not anytime soon. We want to do the U.S. first. He and I both have worked all our lives, and we really haven't got to do that much traveling. I have more than he has, but we're gonna end that. Just returned from Chicago, so you know what it's like over here. Yep. Now we can get hot though. People think that just because we're in Indiana, we don't have hot weather, but we get hot and it gets doggone humid here. And I have a fear. We've had a pretty cold spring, and I have a fear that we're just going to go straight into summer. It's my feeling. Hey, Maureen, how are you? Just remember to give everything a bend, and you want to be working out of the what we call a central binding point. That's what gives you the airiness and the light, light and airy feeling. Let's see, I put that over there. Here. Starting that, talking to myself early. This doesn't take very long at all to do. I try to put some of them a little deeper, some of them a little higher. Let's start on our other. I'm going to put at least a few of these in. And I'll save those, oops, get off of there. I'll save that, and we'll come back and fill in with the rest. So, I'm doing great. I'm doing fantastic. I'm going to leave that off. These leaves are wonderful when you're having to, clean up or work on the back of a wreath, or sometimes just to put a little fill. Like say you've got an empty space in your design, you can just need a little fill. You can sit those down in there. I think these are fun colors though. I definitely should be, like I said, if you're just joining in, I was telling everybody my husband wants some color on our back porch. I said, oh, I can do color. Okay, let me see where I got one more for right now. We'll put it right here in the middle. Okay, all right, so that's what I've got so far. Hey, Diana. Robert uses outside artificials. Yeah, nobody can tell. I tell you, but if you missed it, sometimes up close they can't tell either. I've caught two people trying to water them. Well, actually, they weren't trying. They did water them. I was like, stop that. Stop that. Who else over on Facebook? Let me see ya. See people there, but I can't see any comments. Robert's wanting to know, do I have anything in the basket besides foam to keep it from blowing away? This is going to be a hanging basket. However, we do get a fair amount of wind where this is. And so I took floral pins, and I'm going to, these aren't going to be visible, but you could put a little bit of leaf, you could put a leaf over the top of it. I didn't, if I was going to make this to sell, I would fill it a little better, and I'd make it to where I could put the pin through the bottom where you couldn't see it. But yeah, I felt like it was going to be too unstable if I didn't, and it probably would blow away because sometimes it even blows our furniture a good distance. So, all right, now I'm going to start with this. And Going to make it nice and bright here. And like I said, another caveat, if I was making this to sell, I would not use this. I'd use something like some daisies. Yeah, probably I would, daisies would be what I'd pick. Use something that looked a little bit more realistic, but like I said, from hanging from where they're going to hang, nobody's going to know. But just, experiment. If you haven't ever used artificials outside, just experiment with it. You know that the plastic greenery, people kind of frown on that, but it really does last really well. And there's a lot of plastic greenery that looks very realistic nowadays. I've got some grass that I use in almost all my designs that really looks realistic. Has a nice bend to it and flow just like an ordinary grass. So all right, I'm just cutting this down into smaller sections here. And I do this just like I do the geraniums. I will bring some of it a little deeper, some of it a little more shallow. Tried to cut that off, but I couldn't get it to there. Okay, so let's put some of it right here in the center. And again, try, fluff it just like we would if we were doing this for real. A little bit taller. I should have not cut that quite so short. There, that one will work. Oh, thank you, Maureen. Trying to see who else here. Oh, Ethel Maid, were you telling me Celsius? So you're 86 Fahrenheit. Okay. I thought you were awful brave working outside when it's 29 degrees. That makes more sense. That's funny. That be what you call a language barrier? All right, I'm just going to scatter this around the edges here. You guys think that'll pop? Will we be able to see that from the golf course? The thing is, our front yard is the same, our front porch is the same way. I won't use this on the front porch, though. I'll put something a little nicer than this. A little bit more realistic because there's a little bit more traffic there and people can see it up close, whereas this will be, like I said, this is going to be hanging pretty high up in the air. Let's see. Put some of it down on the bottom underneath, some of it up toward the top. A A little bit right there. But like I said, I started out thinking I was just going to use one bush or 1.5 bushes of the pink. But then when I started putting this in, the yellow started overtaking, and I really wanted it to be predominantly pink. Okay, just a little bit over here. Okay, so that's what we've got so far. Hey, Becky, how are you? You must not be working today. Okay, now let's come in with a little bit more of the pink. You know what, though? I wanted to put some of that ivy in first. Let's do that first. And then I'll come back in and finish off with a little bit more of the pink. Let me see what I've got here. Some of this is just scraps. Like I said, we're making this for my house, and so I'm just kind of using leftovers. Except for the geraniums. I like geraniums, and I wanted pink this year. Oh, Fredna, you're getting ready for your 55th class reunion. Congratulations. 55 years. That's a long time. I'm trying to think of what mine is. I went to the first 2 reunions, and then I haven't been back. We've lost a lot of people in our class. Okay, I'm going to start by just bringing a little bit of this into the center. Not a lot of it. Just a little bit. Again, making sure you give it a little bend, make it realistic. Oh, thank you, Maureen. I love this ivy. I use it a lot in my watermelon designs. I like the variegated leaf on it. That one's missing a few leaves. Let's bring a few of these in this side here. That one's not going to come off as easy. Okay, where's some more of that? These look a little bit short. This one's good. I like that. I like the colors with that. Kind of draws out that yellow. I have to get it up hanging so I can see it a little better to make sure it drapes natural looking. I guess that's about all I've got of that one. Let's put a little bit of this here in the center too. Well, maybe not in the center. I need something over here. See that right there. There it is. Wish I had some more of that larger leaved one. These are smaller. I'm not sure they're going to be long enough. Unless I just put it in as one piece. I could do that. I don't want to do that though. I don't want to waste that whole bush on that. I think I'm going to have to save that. Oh, here's one more piece. And it doesn't have a stem, so I'm going to put a pick on it real quick here. Okay. All right, so that's what we've got so far. Now let's put some more pink on it. Hey, Helen. How are you? Okay, let's go ahead and put some of this pink in now. Just going to use the rest of this bush. So is anybody doing a Memorial Day party this year? We're going to be babysitting, so we won't be having a party this year, but goodness. We'll be babysitting our newest grandchild, which I'm thrilled. Okay, now these are going to go in a little bit deeper. I said just to make it more pink than yellow. When you put them in deeper, that'll kind of draw the eye in a little bit more. So I like to kind of put a variation on that on as far as the depth. Just telling them yesterday, I usually get quiet when I'm getting toward the end. I start focusing. I'm going to put a little bit more up here in the middle too. Oh, thank you, Robert. Yeah, that's kind of the way I am. I think it'll serve its purpose. Um, like I said, I needed something really bright for a dark space that needs to be seen from a distance. And so, yeah, I think this will work for that. As I said, I wouldn't, if I was making this to sell, I wouldn't use these yellow. I'd make it a little prettier with some daisies. Um, but yeah, I like pink and yellow. It really does pop. Cut these leaves off. Like I said, I always save all those leaves. All right, I've got two more left here. I need one right in here. Actually, I need one down here low. Okay, just put that down low. Draw your eye down. Got one more. See, the best place to put it, I think I'll put it right in here. I think these leaves are going to be too big, but we'll see. Yeah, that one leaf was making it a little bit too crowded in there, so I just took it out. Okay, so that's what we've got so far. I'm going to see if I can't find a little bit more of that, not really even sure what kind of ivy it's called, but I've got some darker ivy, but I don't think it's going to work as well. It's just going to kind of blend in. I really like that different color, but this is going to be too short unless I stuck that whole bush in there. I really don't want to do that. So I'm going to run behind my magic wall here and see what I've got. I'll be right back. Look at what I found. Found some more of the big leaf one. That was the one I was wanting. So let's see. And this is the Joanne's bush. I buy some of this every year too. I really like it. It looks really good, like I said, in the watermelon designs. I don't need a whole lot of this. Let me see if I need any more or not. Kind of got a hole over here. I'm going to just fill this in right here. Okay. And then I want to put a little bit more up here in the middle. I have to go and get me more of this. I think this is my last one. I hope it has more. Hey Sharon, how are you? Running errands? Hey Catherine, Helen. Love the colors, thank you. If you want bright, I think this will fit the bill. Like I said, after I get everything all done, I'll show all you guys. Show you what it all looks like put together outside. I've got another leaf here I need to fix. Do you guys keep a flat iron in your workshop? I need a little bit more of that over here, don't I? Let's see, where right here. Okay. It's hard to see what needs to be hanging down when it's on the turntable like this. I think over here. I'll put one of these over here. I mean, it's not like it has to be coming up real uniform. We don't, in fact, I don't want it that way. That will fill in right there on the bottom. I like it. I think it turned out cute. There we go. Like I said, it'll be hanging from one of these things. I just need to set it down in there and then, you know, kind of weave the chains around it, but I think it turned out cute. I think it's going to look nice up there. You keep a blow dryer? Yeah, I do too. I've got one of those. I've got a blow dryer, I got a steamer, and I've got my flat iron down here. So I can iron your clothes, I can iron your hair, and I can dry your hair. All right, anybody have any questions? Hey Nell, how are you? I think that that last ivy really made it. It kind of took some of that yellow away. It picked up on the yellow, but yet it kind of muted the yellow, I think. There it is. I'm just not seeing any. If you're on my personal page and I'm not answering you, it's because I've gotten one comment from Ethel May that it was 86 and not 29 there. That's the only thing I got. Oh, thank you, Robert. Thank you. I just don't see any more comments. So anyway, that's all I had. Like I said, I was just going to pop on here and show you what I was doing. And I'll show you the one that I make for our front porch. It'll be a little bit more formal looking. And I still got to put the ivy in here. So you guys, thank you so much for being here. And if you have any questions, just shoot me a line. I'll be happy to help you. Usually the best way to get a hold of me is through email. And as I said, my email is on my profile if you need. And you know, sign up for our email list. I try to email about every week, and usually I put in some helpful tips and that kind of thing, tell you about any kind of sales or whatnot. So, okay. All right. You guys have a great rest of your week.